The target of training ice climbing generally is to climb better, to climb harder, and to reduce the risk. I'm Daniel from the Edelrid Knowledge Base, and in this short video I want to explain you how you can reach this target. In general, ice climbing often looks like this. The disadvantage of this climbing style is, on the one side, it's very brutal, it's not a nice climbing style. It's not applicable for hard climbs because usually in hard climbs the structures are getting more fragile, thin icicles or thin layers of ice only, and with this brutal style you destroy them. And it's also quite dangerous because, as you can see, a lot of ice is falling, and either you get it in your face, you get it on your thighs, or your belay partner gets it on his head. To deal with these three problems, a very good technique is the low impact style. The basic idea of the low impact style is, as the name says, to reduce the impact on the ice structure and still keep a safe climbing style. The first idea of the low impact style is to read the ice and the structure of the ice as if it would be rock. So when you look up the ice, you can see the structure of the ice, and you can see that there are flat surfaces, there are bulges, but there are also recesses. And in general, the best spots to place your pick is the recesses. The second idea of the low impact style is to place the pick only as hard as necessary. So not drive it into the ice up to here until it's solidly vibrating into the ice. It's usually enough to place the pick on the first 2 or 3 centimeters. The third idea of the low impact style is to use only the joint that is really necessary to drive the pick into the ice. In general, you have 4 joints that you can use to accelerate the pick into the ice, which starts at the hip, shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist. So you can move the ice axe with the wrist, you can move it with the elbow, you can move it with the shoulder, and you can also move it from the hip. And usually most people try to combine all these 3 joints, and it's hitting the ice like chopping wood. On the low impact style, we try to reduce the movement of the ice pick to the only necessary part. So usually it's enough to use the axe out of your wrist joint. The fourth idea of the low impact style is, wherever there is no structure to hook on or to place your ice axe, to create your own structure by cutting a bit of the ice and creating the structure to hook on. For sure, the same theories that apply to the ice axe and placing your ice axes apply to your footwork and to your crampons. You can definitely chop your footholds knee deep into the ice, or you can very carefully, delicately place only the front tip on structures in the ice. I agree, the placements of the low impact style look or feel way more sketchy than a classic solidly vibrating placement. This is why we want to conduct some tests and measure the forces that we can get out of different placements. So first of all, we want to try and find out what strength is required to climb one. What is the usual force while you're climbing. So here we have the load cell fixed, and I will pretend climbing on this ice axe now. I load it carefully, I move my left foot, I move my right foot, then climb on, and now we have 0.3 kN, 30 kilograms load. Place my next ice axe. Now I could take out this one already. Yeah, this is 30 kilograms when I was moving my feet. Okay, now let's pretend I slip for a moment, hang on the ice axe. Now we had a force of almost 50 kilograms, 0.5 kN. I have a body weight of 65, with equipment now 70 kilograms, and I get almost up. I try to get to my body weight. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, so if I really have a short shock load, my body weight is what is applied on force to the placement of the ice axe. So we measured and found that my body weight 0.7 kN is necessary to climb on. And here we try now different placements, different placement sizes, different placement qualities, and see on which placement we can get to a braking strength, braking force of 0.7 kN. So this is our test setup. We use different types of placements up there with one and the same pick. Here we have our load cell. Here we have a pulley system by which we will pull. So the maximum we want to reach is about 3 kN. Nothing more than 3 kN is necessary. And we use second screw on top as a backup in case the ice axe breaks. And now we pull and see to which force we can get this placement. Very solid placement, good ice. Half the length of the pick is in. And we see if we can move anything. If we go to 3 kN, nothing more is definitely necessary. So that's 2.3 kN, 3 kN, yeah, that's 3.5 kN, very solid placement, definitely enough to climb on. A good placement which is about 3 centimeters deep in solid ice. Place it in there, use a backup, and then our load cell. Now we are at 2.8 kN. So this is now 3.2 kN, absolute safe placement. So now we were at about 3 centimeters in, about that deep, just not a lot. And now we want to reduce and halven this to about 1.5 to 2 centimeters. So I prepare a placement here about 2 centimeters deep in good ice. Yeah, so that's half the depth. So this is 60 kilograms, 1 kN. Okay, so this was 1.3 kN on a 2 centimeter hook. Ah, and it's still in there. Okay, we try again. We were at 1.3, we see if we can get higher. Yeah, so we went up to 1.4 kN. Still a good placement. So this is now a really bad 1 centimeter deep placement, and it has a crack already. Let's see if we can get it to some kilograms. .7. One kN, 100 kilograms on 1 centimeter placement. Incredible. So conclusion of this test series. This depth is what most people are used to climb on. In placement like this, we measured forces easily above 3 kN and we didn't move the ice axe at all. When we went in for 3 centimeters, we had forces 1.7 kN, which is also easily enough to climb on. And on the smallest placement that we tested, which was only 1 centimeter in, we still had forces 0.5 to 0.7 kN, which was our worst case scenario when I tried to climb on. When I was climbing carefully on it, I had forces up to 0.3 kN. So 1 centimeter in good ice is already enough to climb on. If you want to stay on the safe side, 4 centimeters are already easily enough. This is simply not necessary. You can do it when you want to place an ice screw or if the ice quality is bad, but for standard climbing in good ice quality, 4 to 2 centimeters is absolutely enough in terms of force. All these small theories and details of the low impact style allow you a better and more elegant climbing style. It reduces the impact on the ice, which allows you to climb the more fragile structures of harder routes. And it reduces the risk of falling ice to your face or to your climbing partner, and in general, it saves a lot of energy.